Betty Mali, Sazo Figa Gada, Baby Unga Habi.
Yes. Let's get this started, man. Don't have time to waste now. There's a lot to talk about. Well, good morning then. Good evening. Whatever.
More fire.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Nothing But Football. There's a lot to talk about. Introduce yourselves, guys. Far right, left, right. Do it.
It's Chris, and I'm sorry I didn't get invited to the ANC elective conference.
Yes.
I saw the bad dads on the streets there.
Yes.
Guys, what do I need to join you guys?
On my close right is Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, how are you? Did you have a good weekend? I wanted to get right into this. So if you guys weren't aware, we were supposed to have a Carabao Cup fixture. It was meant to be Arsenal versus Liverpool. I'm not going to waste any time. Liverpool claimed that they had COVID cases. I think there were about over 10 in their squad. It turns out all those cases were false positives, bar, I think 2 or 3. I think one player had it. It was Trent. Yes, Trent Alexander-Arnold had it. So I didn't want to waste time in introductions, guys. Nah, this is rubbish. I'm sorry. I'm going to start off with my...
Let's give them context, Doc.
Yes.
The EFL chairman who decides if games are postponed or not is a former Liverpool CEO.
Interesting.
He went to the University of Liverpool and is a lifelong supporter of Liverpool. The day after the game was called off, the training ground that was closed on that Thursday magically reopened the next day.
The next day.
And sidebar, because of the incidents of the of the Manchester City versus Arsenal game, Arsenal has been I think they've been cited for surrounding the referee.
Oh yeah.
So this is the same guy who's making these decisions. Instead of coming after the referee, hey, they decided to come after us. So today, I'm a pissed off Arsenal fan. Let me start with you, Uncle Lukusa. With these, all these developments, do you think Liverpool, having like 1 or 2 false positives is quite rare. Do you think Liverpool having, so many false positives in their squad?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and in the end, it's unfair because then they should have played. And what happened to the other season? Was it Liverpool playing against Aston Villa's kids one year?
They played against under 16s.
Now we call the games off. Okay,
they played against under 16s. And funny enough, I saw a comment from the Aston Villa admin where they were talking about that
1 year
that
ago
moment.
today.
Yes. We were forced to play with our under 16s. But congrats to you boys.
Oh, yeah.
I might even go as far as that Liverpool have been getting preferential treatment ever since Klopp got there, dog. That guy cried for a winter break 2 seasons later. You'll get your winter break. I don't think he was built for the Premier League, that guy, with the way he plays his football. Because if there's no winter break, that guy's players tie out. Because remember, even last year, the FA Cup, it interrupted with their winter break, the replay. So the niggas sent the under-23s coach with under-23s players. But this season, because Liverpool are not going to win the league, and it looks like City's going to walk away with it, they're on some now. We have to take cup competition seriously. And when people keep on complaining, no, it devalues the FA Cup. It's not teams that play a mixed team of fully internationals who are under 23 and stuff like that. It's Klopp and them when it suits them, they take the competition seriously. When it doesn't, it's... who cares about the competition? I'll play the under-16s. Because last year, FA Cup third round, they didn't care about the COVID cases. Fourth round, it's going to interfere with my season, so I'm going to send the under-23s because I want my first team players to get a winter break. But this season, I'm taking it seriously.
That was the season where they decided that they're going to go to... It was the FIFA Club World Cup.
No, but it was during the winter break that they took it.
No. So it was. They decided that they're gonna send. They were not gonna send their first team. They sent under 23s.
No, that was for the EFL Cup. I'm talking about the FA Cup.
Oh, okay.
Last season when he missed with the winter break, they literally sent the under 23s manager. But hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. For me personally, I'd even go as far as to say that. It feels like Arsenal's been punished for their actions against City during that game. where, they were quite vocal about, the wrongdoings that happened. So, yeah, it feels like we're being punished. I mean, you get cited for players surrounding the referee. That's very common in Premier League. That's very common. But yeah, man, the fact that this game was cancelled for false positives, I guess it's also a little bit rubbish, because they could have cited Liverpool for this. Liverpool could have maybe, they could have been made to forfeit the game, or points deducted, or some sort of fine. If there was something like that, I would have felt.
And I mean, you're trying to tell me at millions and billions of pounds or whatever, they're getting like the cheap kits. The cheap testing kits.
That's the funny part.
The faulty ones.
It was they did apparently the lateral flow test. That one gave a part. Then they did lab tests.
Yes.
By independent lab, and that gave false positives. And then when they did a third test the day after the game is cancelled, and they were on on Saturday. No, we can't play these players. It's like, nah, boy. You knew your team was depleted. You wanted some players to get a rest. You wanted some players to come back from injury. Otherwise, you would have caught hands on the Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, losing two of their best players.
Two of their best players. Trent is not there. Basically, all the guys that couldn't play on Sunday are going to play on Thursday now.
Yeah. I mean, even the AFCON guys are gone. So now it's a big problem. So yeah, man.
But cheats are cheats, man. And Liverpool have been cheating for a long time.
Yeah, but speaking of, Liverpool losing players, AFCON has started, guys. I don't know if you guys saw it. I actually, took some time to watch the opening ceremony. I took some time to actually watch the first game. And I've been actually, keeping an eye out to see what's going on. Yeah. I must say the credit to Cameroon. They're pulling off a beautiful spectacle. Even the attendance is, it's a good attendance.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. I thought, I don't know if you guys have checked it out. Have you checked out some AFCON games?
I did read a story about Morocco or Tunisia. Them racist guys.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Do you know what they did, though?
What?
They go to Cameroon, nah, and then they book out a team hotel.
Yeah.
Then they're on some, nah, fam, we don't need your stuff. We'll come with our own stuff. Nah, we'll come with our own bed sheets. We'll come with our own everything.
Our own chefs.
Building. Our own chefs. So they just rented out the building. And I was like, in Egypt, this didn't happen. But now you go to a predominantly black country, it's like, nah, dog, we'll bring our own. Like, what do you think is going to happen, dog? If that's not racism at its finest, I do not know. I do not know. These African Arab oaks, they also dodgy, dog. They got some fine women, though.
Hey.
Yeah, but I mean, this has never been a secret. I mean,
But yeah, there is tactics in African football. You never know. Maybe they got burnt before.
What tactics,
Maybe they got burnt
like,
before, dog.
Everything.
Or you think, we cry about guys being put in buckies. Maybe they've been burnt before. Yeah, maybe, hey? Maybe
they got itchy powder on the sheets or something. You know what I mean?
Maybe, dog. But not in Cameroon. I was like, nah, boy, this is looking real sus right now.
Yeah.
Real sus.
Ah, man. But yeah, maybe it's also, their mind games, but I do think it's a little bit stuck up, especially if you're being hosted by a country. In general, a country wouldn't, put you through any type of harm or anything like that. Because, I mean, you can report back to FIFA and complain.
It's business, dog.
Yeah.
And this competition's every 2 years. There's been many examples.
Yeah.
Like, you know what to do by now.
Yeah.
Even as organizers.
Yeah.
If that was a thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but hey, we'll see how it goes, man. But shout out to Morocco beating Ghana. Bring back Thomas Partey. He's 2 games away from coming back, though.
Wouldn't you also say, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this, saying, listen, from now on, going into AFCON, as a South African, I'm supporting every team that plays against Ghana.
Yeah, man, those cheats. Yeah, I know Morocco and them might be a bit racism over there, but I'm with them when they play Ghana.
Dog, I won't lie. I was supporting Ghana for the Morocco game, bro. I chose the lesser evil in my eye. I understand that makes it sound like I'm saying Moroccan people are evil by
nature.
By nature. That's not what I'm saying, guys. I'm just saying from a soccer nation's point of view. No, you guys, the Moroccan guys, look down at us. I'm not even gonna.
Dog, I'm not even
I'm not even gonna
comments. Get him in the comments.
No, because I was gonna show.
Tell him about his bigotry.
Isn't Morocco and Tunisia the guys who applied to be part of the European Union? Screw those guys.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, screw those guys. I don't feel sorry for them. If there are sympathizers within there who feel for the racist ways, then go get at your people, dog.
Yeah, in all fairness. But yeah, I think let me just bring in some other news. I'm trying to actually find the article in terms of the news I'm about to bring. It seems as though there's some trouble at Old Trafford. I'll actually discuss it in context and see if you have heard this from your Old Trafford streets. It seems as though there's some players who are fed up with Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo and his ways of, just basically how he deals with things. So they basically came out that there's a couple of players. I think the ones that I saw names about is Wan-Bissaka was one of them, Luke Shaw, and I think Harry Maguire is also one of them.
Yeah,
that have said no, Ronaldo is kind of a cancer to the team. But this is like backroom talk. It's basically because when the guys play, horribly, he calls them out and says, "Hey, bruh, you played badly. What are you doing?" So he's that typical player. So I was gonna ask you, as a United, as a United fan, how do you feel about these statements?
Listen, if you share a dressing room with Cristiano Ronaldo and you think he's the problem, you're the problem.
Yes.
Like, this is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Because funny enough, when they said this, because there was a split second when I didn't believe it, but I'd watched some clips of the All or Nothing Juventus edition.
Yeah.
After they played the one time, and he was doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Where he was calling out guys.
Yeah.
Like, nah, guys, you guys we played horribly. He's like, listen, I'm not excluding myself.
Sure.
I am in it. And he's going crazy. And like Bonucci and Kelly and them are like, no, calm down. He's like, no, I'm not calming down. So that's what I'm saying. I've seen this from Ronaldo. Yeah. It's available live to you guys. It's the All or Nothing Juventus edition. So
Ronaldo is a notoriously terrible loser. Like,
not even forget about him being a terrible loser, dog. He grew up under Fergie, dog. You think after a game he was coming out there, oh no, dog, he had a bad game. Nigga, the only person he coddled on that team was Scholes. Everybody else could get it. It's like, what? You had a terrible game. Get off here.
David Beckham got a boot in the face.
Beckham got a boot in the face. And not for playing badly. Too much off the field antics, celebrity-wise.
Yeah.
Man, so when I look at Harry Maguire, debatable whether he should be in that team in the first place. Luke Shaw just got back into form. Wan-Bissaka never reached full potential for the price that you're buying. So Ronaldo comes in, he's on some. Y'all are playing cack. Get to United level.
Look how much y'all give the ball away every game. Hey, fuck that. We're trying to win here.
Yeah. And you see, and I was critical about United joining United, saying it's not a right fit for the direction they're going. I still stick to that, man. But him calling them out in the dressing room, he's 100% right.
He's 100%
right. Yeah. If you're playing terribly for a club like Man United, you got to be called out, dog.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Maguire will go and score against League 2 side Sunderland in the FA Cup and go, yes.
Cup his ears.
Nah, boy. There's levels to this.
No, man, I agree. I actually completely agree. I was even going to go as far as to say there should be some players who shouldn't be in that United squad. It's like joining a winning side, but you were never there like during the hard times. Yeah. So I feel as though there's a lot of players that are in Man United like that. They have that spirit of, we are Man United.
Yeah.
This is what we do, we win. But they've never actually gone through the hardships. So Ronaldo was the guy who came back and kind of bought that,
Yeah, this is what the standards used to be.
So looking at the guys who disapproved about, Ronaldo's comments and stuff like that. It's the Luke Shaws, it's the Wan Bissakas, it's the Harry Maguires. It's guys who
If you believe the stories, that's why I'm like, now there's no ways Cristiano Ronaldo's walking into your dressing room and you get touched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, that means let me go to Aston Villa
To
because
tell you
that
the
nigga's
truth,
staying here.
Hopefully,
You know English white folks.
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Have you noticed one common theme about them? English white folks over there.
Mm.
All of them.
There's a
born
donkey
out-
here.
Yeah, but he's okay, fine. A black guy who likes chilling with white folks. But then with the 3 English players, none of them come from the United Academy. If you look at the players that are not complaining, Rashford, he was in and around the times Fergie was there. He might have not been in the first team, but he was there when Fergie was.
Yeah.
There were stories around the training ground.
Yeah.
Who are the other players that are young and English in that dressing room? Like all the other
Greenwood.
players. Greenwood. All those other players are not complaining. It's the ones that come from
Lingard.
Crystal Palace, League 2 with Leicester City and what. And Luke Shaw at Southampton, who's been injury prone, that are complaining. There's levels to this, boy. There's levels to this.
That's why I don't believe a story like that, honestly.
Maybe, to tell you the truth, maybe this was a live reaction that they saw.
Maybe.
So maybe it's Luke Shaw seemed visibly angry at the time,
Yeah.
but maybe it's not like he's harboring something.
Because there was also a story running that says 17 players are unhappy and want to leave.
But that always
That's
I
also
guess,
why I'm like, this nigga's been here a month. 17 are like,
No,
sharp,
but I
the squad
guess-
is big.
But I guess that also happens when things don't go your way.
Yeah, but the squad is large.
No, some guys do need to leave.
Yeah.
I feel like some guys are happy just, collecting a
that
check.
paycheck, though.
Yeah.
Guys are happy collecting a check, not doing anything.
There was something interesting said. The only person who bounced back from the penalty miss at England was Saka. Rashford and Sancho. Man, what have they been doing? What have they been doing?
In all fairness,
I'll still support them, but
in all fairness, let's put it this way. Sancho went to a different club.
Sure.
Rashford also got injured.
Yeah.
He actually, it was a serious knee. He had to go undergo surgery because.
Yeah, as in he delayed his surgery to go to the Euros.
Yeah. So
Then,
I actually won't fight those guys.
then I blame him for that. I blame his own poor decision making. Mr. Euros, dog.
Yeah. You
Okay.
right
Like,
for England though.
You have dreams in that
For
sport
England,
too.
though.
You know what I mean?
Do you want to win a World Cup and then never play football again?
Why would you have to pick that? He is playing again and he did it.
They're telling now he's in poor form. It takes one injury to ruin your whole career.
Okay.
Abu Diaby never recovered from one injury.
One really bad one, but other people have pulled the hamstring and lived.
Yeah, but he delayed surgery. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? If he delayed surgery, it's a different thing altogether too. So that's all on his fault.
Terry and Lampard did that every season, bro.
Yeah.
No, don't bring English Celtic folk over here, dog, who have no skill and rely on heart and determination. Those white folks are built different, dog.
Sure.
No, but but you could argue that he's trying to show some patriotism.
I don't care if you're trying to show as a patriotism to the colonialists.
He's
Hey,
so
bruh,
mad.
he's got an
To the
MBE.
colonialists, boy. The ones that were busy chastising you when you're trying to feed hungry kids. You think those people love you?
But what I'm saying is he got the recognition from the nation.
From after how long, bro?
No, let's not.
His own government still don't like him, dog.
Right, let's not look at semantics, dog. He's got the whatever. Is it the badges?
Hey, the Old Trafford crowd was not happy with him last night in that FA Cup game.
You see what I'm talking about, dog? They'll love you, dog.
no, no.
You're
But-
not Harry Maguire, dog. You can't go to jail and be forgiven.
Right.
No, but honestly, I wasn't happy with him either. He just was not like chasing the ball. He just wasn't.
But guys, is it just me? Oh, brothers, I'm not enjoying cup games as much. Yes. Side note, guys. Arsenal did lose against Nottingham Forest.
We didn't deserve to win that game, but
Yes.
Jesus, that ref was terrible.
No, but there's something I've noticed, especially from the big teams, that it's making me not enjoy cup games as often. It reminds me like the times when we used to play cup games and we used to field youngsters. I mean, not just Arsenal. I mean, Man United could field youngsters, and a great player could just show up from those tournaments. It looks like now these big teams are so set in their tactics that there's no young youth coming through. If you get what I mean.
I do get what you mean. The squads are that big also. So now it's Al Neni's taking the spot of where a youngster would have played. Why does Al Neni need 3 games a season? Rather give it to a Mang. You know what I mean? So it's.
No, because I'm looking at that from my point, as in like
But you all played some youngsters.
Or was just Charlie Patino about a debut?
Charlie Patino is the only one. But I'm
Not
just
a
saying
decent
you would
game.
have, we would have thrown some players inside. I mean, we just got rid of Balogun, who's going on loan to Middlesbrough. We just got rid of Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's going on loan to Roma. Like, I'm just looking at, this-
Pepe, Party.
yes, I'm looking
Juan.
at these type of players and thinking this is the time where youngsters should be shining. But because of this, new era of playing, I don't know. Like,
The era of athletes, I hate it.
The era of athletes.
yeah, maybe it goes back to the era of athletes. But nonetheless, I mean, many teams have youngsters that they could have fit in here, and it just didn't happen.
Did you see that Chelsea squad?
But Arsenal, you all have the right now in the league. You all have the youngest average age, right?
Yeah.
So your team is already youngsters. You're asking for more new ones. The other ones haven't even.
Ow.
Yet.
But what I'm
You know what I
saying
mean?
is,
The conveyor belt that ones at the top must
no,
move a
don't
little bit.
don't
also.
get me wrong. Our youngsters are doing well,
Yeah.
but I felt as though there's probably some youngsters who deserve this opportunity in this, like right now. I'd look at it thinking that you go and you play Cedric Suarez. You play guys like Rob Holding, who's
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yo.
Like,
No, Cedric Suarez, Rob Holding, he's a squad player to me. Nothing more. He should be getting game day, but Cedric Suarez at right back, I don't know anymore.
yeah, like I look at this team. Like, you could have given Gabriel Martinelli a rest. Okay, in all fairness, he only just started getting a run of games now, so maybe I understand. I look at Sambi Lokonga, great. Ben White, understandable. Nuno Tavares, I get it. Like, but I just look at the what's his name? The attacking three, not the striker, of Martinelli, Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka. I feel as though there's some youngsters somewhere in our under 23 system who's doing well, who could have relished in this
I
opportunity.
hear you pushing on that now, but at the same time, it's a very young squad, and Nottingham Forest is still a championship squad.
Yeah, that's
There was
what I'm
always
about
a
to say.
mixture.
With this team, you lost.
Our midfield is apparently a problem. Sambi Lokonga just came back from COVID. Charlie Patino has never really had.
That's his debut.
He's never really had a fixture. So you could see Rob Holding defense-wise also wasn't solid.
Yeah.
I can pick out like
The
one,
team
two.
that did surprise me though is Chelsea. Chelsea played a full strength team. It's like those guys were like, we need to get these goals in.
But
Yeah.
can you blame
They
them?
need to get back on form.
No,
like,
but can you honestly blame them? I mean,
Chesterfield.
no. Let's be honest. Lukaku would have not played if he never had those controversial moments.
I hear you know, but Chesterfield though. And you wanna claim you have the best academy in the league.
But you see, this is also
Well, what division is Chesterfield in there?
I don't
no.
know.
But don't get me wrong. This is also what I'm alluding to. That's why I said like they aren't. They don't give youngsters the opportunity anymore like they used to.
Get rid of the German managers. They came to ruin the Premier League.
No, but in
It's
all,
Operation Sabotage.
This is how Mourinho won all those cups, bruh. He played his team from the start.
yeah, maybe I'm complaining, because we don't have a full strength midfield. I would have expected us to just throw in the youths.
But you know what I'll give Mourinho over the other managers? He was consistent. It didn't matter if he was not competing for the league. If he was competing for the league, that man was playing a full strength first team squad.
Yeah.
Klopp and them, it depends if I'm going to win another competition or not.
Yeah. Which is okay.
No, that's not okay to me. You can't complain 1 year and then the year next year is prestigious. Take the competition seriously or not.
It's a little bit difficult though.
No,
like
no,
I
no,
mean
no.
every team does that though.
Which
Wouldn't
team
you
does
say?
that?
Every team.
Up until Liverpool, I've never heard of a manager saying, I'm going to send my under 23s manager.
No, not under
Okay.
23s.
No, not as bad as that, but
I'm saying if this is my only competition and I need to win, I will play full strength side.
Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Okay, from a Liverpool-
flipping and flopping.
Yes, okay, so you're talking from a Liverpool point of view,
Yeah.
where they decided, okay, we've got 2 trophies already. We don't need to
let's
do
take
this.
the plane.
Okay. No, I get you from that point of view. I guess what other news can we talk about? I guess we can talk about signings because if you guys haven't actually paid attention, there's a man who's reuniting with his former teammate in Philip Coutinho. Philip Coutinho is going on loan to Aston Villa until the end of the season, if memory serves me correct. And yeah, I just wanted to find out from you guys. I'll start with you because there's another question I have to ask you. From a Coutinho and a Aston Villa point of view, how do you see this move?
I think it's a good move. I think for Aston Villa,
Yeah.
it's a brilliant move. I mean, it's a loan deal. You pick up half his wages or something. It's cheaper than a mistake you would have made with somebody else.
Yeah.
And he's a good player. He's a good player. He's not that old. Sharp, he benched on loan at Bayern, but I mean, there's Gnabry. Here there's Buendia. Come on.
Yeah. Not fair. Now then,
Be
to
James
Uncle,
Rodriguez part
to
two,
Uncle Curtis, going in further details into that story, there were rumors that he was offered to Arsenal on a loan deal, and then he said he chose. No, they're saying he chose Aston Villa because he liked the vision of the club or the direction of the club. From those type of comments, how would you take this?
I'm not going
This
to take
move?
those comments seriously. The manager has lost 5 games in 7. You like that vision? Just Steven Gerrard.
Oh.
He's lost 5 and 7.
Yes.
What vision is that?
Because there was word that he chose Aston Villa over Arsenal because
This is
of the
this is
direction.
the summer again where Aston Villa thought they're a big club. I do not understand. And again,
Yeah, that
at
thing
Arsenal,
must be a story.
again,
Yeah,
at
they must
Arsenal,
have.
at Arsenal, he's not guaranteed starting time. Odegaard, Smith Rowe,
Funny enough,
ahead of him in the picking order.
funny
His
enough,
squad
I was going to say
rotation.
that.
He's there. He's gone to Aston Villa because he's the best of the bunch. Who's he competing with? Ollie Watkins. Come on, get out.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that.
The best player at Aston Villa is Danny Ings,
Yeah.
and he was a Liverpool failure. Not that it was his fault, but you get what I'm saying.
But okay, are you
Levels.
saying he'd struggle for starting time at Arsenal?
yeah, in that position, Smith Rowe, Odegaard.
But on paper, he's not the best of the.
On paper, he is, but
paper
from a
he
form,
is.
from a form,
point of view, he's not
from a
gonna
form
walk in there.
perspective,
Okay.
literally the three are currently having. I think Odegaard was nominated for Player of the Month. Gabriel Martinelli also Player of the Month. Bukayo Saka, Starman from in an Arsenal shirt.
No, I was saying in the 10 position.
Even in terms, it's Odegaard, Smith
Smith
Rowe.
Rowe.
Smith Rowe's Odegaard, Player of the Month nominee for December.
No. What I'm saying is, if he walks in there, it's his shirt to lose. That's I just wanted to understand if we thought the same
It's
of
his
it.
shirt to win.
Yeah.
In the first place, it's his shirt to win, based off form. He's not going to walk into that team and start.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to walk.
Okay.
into and
Okay.
start.
I hear you. I think I'm just saying he's the best of it on paper.
No. Listen,
Sure.
like
Okay.
out of the players, if you obviously had to ask people which name you,
Yeah. As in, if all of them hit their capacity, Coutinho's playing.
of course,
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
what I'm saying.
Of
yeah.
course.
Nah.
But let's argue the fact that the youngsters, we don't really know their potential.
In fact,
But I'm just saying, I get
But we do. The potential is what they've shown.
their potential is what they have right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, from an age point of view, Coutinho, he's already plateaued.
Okay.
And he's on a downhill.
Okay.
If he can hit another plateau, then maybe. But I'm just saying.
But it'll be good for him
What's
to
that
play.
guy's
Villa.
highest scoring Premier League goal season? Coutinho, like 10 goals or something.
Shame. The time when he was hot, he was hot. I'll look for the stats, but the time when he was hot, he was hot.
Yeah, that man just scored wonder goals, though.
But he was also good.
He was good,
And
but
also
he just
remember, he play in the era of the Suarez and Triple S.
Because they use his money to bring in Van Dijk and Alisson.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He played in the era of Triple S.
Yeah.
Suarez, Sterling, and Sturridge.
Yeah.
And you see, and he wasn't the best player of the bunch.
No, I think he left. No, he
Yeah.
left. He left just after Suarez.
No,
Yes,
he stayed for a couple of years after Suarez.
leaves
No, but
under
I'm just
Klopp.
saying he left after Suarez.
Yeah.
So just to basically, give you a map as to that. I'll look for it. Coutinho's best scoring season. It was pretty good, I'm sure.
Yeah, Jones, probably 15. And that's after years of trying.
Sure.
I'm critical, bro.
Like 15 is a good number for a number 10
Yeah, bro. What I'm saying is these other youngsters that are approaching that at a way earlier age.
in a different era of football.
And I
Yes.
could cry he's not the best player on paper because it's a different era of football.
Wow. Okay. Then cry it. I'm not gonna fight you. You can make a point.
I can argue that point then. Because the only thing that Coutinho has done over the past 5 years is score the winning goal after Bayern was 6-2 up against Barcelona to knock them out the Champions League for good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing that he's done. Otherwise, what has that man done, dog? He's been benching at Bayern he's
Bayern and
benching
Barca.
at a terrible Barca team. He's benching. Barca's terrible right now.
Where was Odegaard? Not getting a sniff at Madrid.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So and then now he plays. He shows his potential.
No, but he went to
That's
Solskjaer.
all
I
we're
think
saying. That's all I'm saying.
16, 17 seems to be his best season. I actually want to go into detail to see how many assists that was because it's just showing me goals. But dude, come on, bro.
Nah, dog. He's an old man, dog.
No, I'm not saying
Are
that.
you fighting that he's not a good player, or which player are you saying is? Are you saying both of them are better than him? What are you even arguing?
My argument is, don't bring Arsenal's name saying vision and what. Fam, Arsenal didn't want you.
No, we did.
We
did
who
for long.
confirmed it? We did for long, but we never signed him
No, we did for loan.
for long.
Remember there was that talk of
For CM, not
Eh?
not an attack, for a central midfield.
no, we were looking for I
But
think Barca
do you
was
think it's a real story?
No, Barca was trying to negotiate a move where, you know, we give them Aubameyang.
See again, look who initiated Barca.
Okay,
not
yeah, fair.
Arsenal.
But I mean, let's not act like we wouldn't take him.
No, I wouldn't.
On loan.
I wouldn't. What's he gonna add?
I get you. But still,
Nah, dog.
decent player on his day.
Nah, boy. Nah. On his day, there'll be another Dennis Suarez with us. We've been burnt once. It'll be another Dennis Suarez. You think I want another player on loan from Barca? Never.
He was unfortunate because he got injured.
Yeah, and what's continued been doing? Injury and I do not
But his time at Barca was actually very decent. Not Barca, Bayern.
Yeah, because Bayern is that great.
Yes, okay, fine. So you're saying that he just had to do one job and he was
He
doing
had
it.
to come off the bench and just add a flossy 7th goal. Oh, boy.
All right.
That was that Hansi Flick Bayern, Joe. There was no Brazilians running up front. It was just run, press, score.
Maybe you have a point. I'll leave it. But yeah, I am not really seeing many other stories, you know, besides the fact that we're looking for someone to replace Aubameyang, it seems. So I actually thought I'd ask you guys this question because there's a striker from Fiorentina, Vlahovic, who seems to be breaking all sorts of records in Italy. I think he broke the record. He didn't break the record, or he tied Ronaldo's records for most goals in a year, in a calendar year. And you know, seems like a good player. He's still scoring well, and it seems as though we are interested. Curtis, let me ask you. Aubameyang, do you think it's time we part ways, or
Hey, Joe, I don't
we
see
keep
any harm
going?
in getting that striker and still having a Aubameyang around the club. I don't see anything wrong with that. We don't know, just because we're getting another striker doesn't mean we have to get rid of one.
yeah?
In fact, we get rid of Nketiah
Funny enough,
before Aubameyang.
I was also thinking that. I think maybe Nketiah can benefit from another loan if we're looking at an option of a striker. Because from my point of view,
That man seems to shine in the Carling Cup and loses his form everywhere else.
yeah,
Who?
Eddie Nketiah.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that hat trick he scored.
Those were some good.
There was some good goals.
I was like, oh man, look at that.
And then
anticipated thing. Then you watch him
him
and you're like,
literally in FA Cup with easier chances, and he just botched it. So I think there's something wrong with his confidence.
but then also the quality of the overall squad play that day was terrible.
yeah,
I won't put that
yeah,
down
shame.
to
I also won't. But I'm just saying, if you want to move forward, maybe
But so to me, I think Vlahovic or whatever is a good player. I just think it's also silly to get rid of Aubameyang in now. Because, I mean, Lacazette's contract is done at the end of this. You're changing your forward line soon
fair.
anyway. You don't have to rip it apart now. get through the season. You still need to finish somewhere.
Yeah. No, I'm asking that question because that's obviously the controversial topics
And also
on the net, as in like, you should go
Newcastle's highest ever paid player? Huh?
It's not going to happen, though.
No. It's Kieran Trippier.
Oh my gosh, I heard about that. Yes, guys, if you guys didn't hear, Kieran Trippier has been signed by Arab Money, aka Newcastle. He's the latest addition to the side, and according to Lucas and
And you couldn't
sources,
save them from defeat from Cambridge United.
oh, did he play?
Yeah.
Ouch! What
That squad is highly imbalanced, Newcastle. People
against Rowers?
my boy.
He couldn't save them against Rowers. Cambridge is rowing.
Firing
Guys.
Steve Bruce shows me how premature it was now, because Steve Bruce, when he had all these players fully fit, somehow seemed to got that team to click. And then they got Eddie Howe, which is a signing, getting Bournemouth relegated.
Eddie Howe does not have the pedigree to do this. He's never done it before. Save a team from relegation.
Wasn't that his Bournemouth life?
Bournemouth.
Overperformed, but as
No.
soon as they had to get into relegation,
That's the
scrap,
thing.
they lost.
Yes. Bournemouth, he was playing well. He was, peaking and, top.
He managed Burnley in the championship now? Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't really see Eddie Howe changing anything. Because I know they're saying that, he's a young English manager. I think the only thing that works out nicely for him is he's a young English manager.
I remember when they wanted him in Arsenal, I'm like, yo.
Brian, looking at this, they actually played a very strong side. This is
It was the first team, boy.
This is the side that it'll walk in,
All I can say is Steve Bruce
The
wouldn't have
side
lost
that
that game.
dominated the game against United.
Funny enough, yes. Ouch. Let me just see what tier of football Cambridge United is in.
Probably League 2. Probably League 2.
Yeah, I think League 1.
League 1. Huh?
No, the Championship.
Yeah?
Yeah, Championship.
Arch.
Nah, I see some. No, hold on. Yeah, I think they are. No, this looks like League 1.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a.
What's the team over there? What's the team?
Huh?
What's the teams that you see?
I'm seeing like war. I changed, bro.
Wickham?
I saw AFC Wimbledon,
Yeah, that's League 1.
but that's why I'm trying to check, just to see. Ooh, third tier. Never mind. League 1.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna take a break. I need to top up, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we've squabbled on that. We can catch up on other issues as we come back. But yeah, before we do that, shout out to Phil Jones, man. I've spoken smack about that man taking a paycheck and not performing. When you guys called on him, he performed. Can we at least agree on that?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
In the game against Wolves, even though they lost, but
Phil Jones play.
yes, Phil Jones was one of the guys who put his hand
He
up.
stopped a couple of goals from going
Yes.
through that game.
Nah, even
And-
though I do see some Man United fans blaming him for the inevitable goal, but it was inevitable nonetheless. They forget whose legs it went through. That makes sauce.
That was that man's first game in 2 years.
Yes, that's why I was like, what?
Bruno is, because he's been out injured and whatever. Bruno is even saying, I think a month or two before this first game is the first time he's ever seen him train.
Sure.
Because I think Bruno's been there like, what? I don't know how long now. And that man's been out.
Yeah, no, he's a warrior. He's a warrior. He encompasses the spirit that I was referring to. Of that, he's been through the hard times. He was
Sure.
there with you through the hard times. But yeah, I think let's leave that. We'll take a break and then we'll come back to discuss more footballing matters, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. If you are on YouTube, catch part 2. If you're on Spotify, obviously stay on the line. Consultant will be with you just now. All right, cheers, guys.